Hello, darlings. Happy New Year. Those of you who watched my video last night and those who watched my video this morning, this one is a rare treat. I'm going to just... Oops, sorry. There was an email that I had to get rid of. Anyway, can you hold that? There we go. So we are at a beautiful cemetery in Pasadena. It's a great way of remembering those who have passed on, to celebrate life. Memento mori, memento vita. So remember you'll live, remember to die. Something like that. Basically what happened is that I wanted to get out of the house and I wanted to bring my boys for a ride. They're back here in the back seat.
Hopefully they can see them.
So, yeah, my fellows are back here. I wanted to give them a little ride. My friend the devil and Asmodeus have been in my car before, but not Scratch. And so I wanted, as a New Year's Day, saying thank you to my puppets, my boys, for all of the love, the joy, the laughter, the excitement, the beauty that they bring me. I wanted to take them for a drive, and my intention was to go down Colorado Boulevard. And
Hello, Dean.
Normally, Colorado Boulevard is, normally it's pretty busy because, you know, it's California. But then on New Year's Day, at this point, there's always the Rose Parade, and, you know, it's quite a hubbub. People travel from all over the world to this little fair hamlet of Pasadena just to see the amount of work that people are doing. Well, unfortunately today, I went down Colorado Boulevard and it was a loser parade. By loser parade, I mean there was someone who lost an election that keeps claiming that he didn't lose an election, and his brainwashed supporters felt like that it was a victory for them. So for a couple of reasons, I left Colorado Boulevard. For one, I was getting a little hoarse by saying that Trump lost, because he did. And then also, I'm rather, in case you don't have eyes, I'm rather noticeable in Mr. Satan, as my license plate indicates. I'm very noticeable as an out-gay Satanist, and I decided it was not probably within my health benefit to remain on Colorado Boulevard. So I went for a drive, and I came across this beautiful cemetery. Now, I've never been here before. I'm going to pull over so you can see, because it's really beautiful. I've never been to this cemetery before. I've driven by it a few times. Now, my friend and neighbor who grew up in Pasadena said that on Halloween they used to offer something here. They would say that if you could go through, they would have like a haunted attraction. So if you could go through without screaming, they would give you $100 or something. The problem was, for one, it wasn't financially advantageous to them, and two, people were tripping over headstones and they were breaking their bones and they were breaking teeth, so they stopped. And I think it's probably for the best anyway, because I feel like people trampling over these beautiful graves is, I think it's sacrilege. I think it is cruel. Because again, this is a place of mourning, it's a place of peace, it's a place of rest. Coming up on the Nick Haunted Diary, I am going to talk to you about your altars. So that's coming up, I believe, this coming, oh, I don't know. You'll have to look. Keep following. It'll be in the list. But I bring that up because one of the things that I do keep on my altar, I have several, but one of my altars is a Victorian placard that came off of someone's coffin at some point, and it says "at rest." So it's this beautiful silver, and it says "at rest" on it, and it's bordered in black silk. So I thought having that on my altar in my bed chamber was It was a nod to the person who had passed away. It was a nod to the afterlife. It was a nod to memento mori. And for a very real thing is that it said at rest. So where do you find your peace? Where do you find rest? Usually, oftentimes at night, physically. One of my things that, I'll give you another example. One of my things that gives me great joy is driving this car. So it is not an original. I'm going to stop here for a second. I'll just stop here. This is not an original car. Parts of it are antique, parts of it are not. I'm going to get out here for a second, show you. So this is Mr. Satan. 1936 Jaguar. And here are my handsome boys. Look at that. I wanted to give them a ride for New Year's Day. So there's the handsome boys. There's Lady Alexandra looking fabulous in that hat. I love that hat. Oh, yeah. So I picked out that hat. I told her, I said, I love that hat. And if you don't get it, I'll get it. But if you get it, it'll look better on you than on me, because as much as I would like to look sort of 16th or 17th century in it, I'm afraid that it would have a modern connotation, and I would look a little bit more a man of loose morals. We'll just put it that way. So here we are in the cemetery. I'm not going to show you the names on them because, again, you know, you have to be respectful to them. But isn't this gorgeous? It just exists here in beautiful Pasadena. Yeah. So my car, it has a Ford Pinto engine, and it is it was built in probably 1979, 1980. So it's a classic car in and of itself. I've added a few touches. It's got a few things that are... Oh, this is funny. So it's got a few touches that I added to it, but I have to show you this because this is very interesting. I parked here for no apparent reason. I'm not going to show you the name or the picture, but I am going to show you what's on that tombstone. Look at that. This person, he passed away in 1947, and apparently he was a car enthusiast. So that's very sweet. That's very sweet. So I was going to show you some of the touches that I have. So some of the pieces on my car are 100 years old, at least. Some of them a little bit more. I added these tail lights, which you can't really tell, but those I have to have body work done. It has to be painted, but it's the devil face, and these are from an old stove. These are actually where the light for my indicators, my turn signals come on, and I have these from the 30s. These are from the 1920s here, and we'll go inside. There's a few more touches. There's my gear shift is a walking stick of a goat. Right here on my dashboard, he holds my phone, is this beautiful little satyr here. Yeah, somebody said, oh, yeah, that's, English is a very difficult language, both to speak. Oops, it says I have low battery. Darlings, I'm going to go. I'm going to wish you Happy New Year. May this year be full of joy. Don't join the loser parades because losers are always losers. Anyway, my darlings, thank you for being here. Happy New Year. Find me on thegentlemanpsychic.com. You can find me on Patreon under The Gentleman's House. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, all under The Gentleman Psychic. All of those lovely things. Keep an eye out. I know this year is going to be full of many adventures. Love to you. Till next time. Bye-bye.